Excellent. Okay, we're locked, cocked, and ready to rock. If damn Xerax come by now, we're going to perforate their ass. Welcome back, everybody, to Empyrion Galactic Survival Alpha 11.5. I am an old guy gaming. We are playing Project Eden, and this is also a Dead is Dead series, and we are still not dead, which is wonderful. Okay. I've done a few things since I was last on camera with you guys. So we've got the base storage a little bit more organized. So this is our input. This is our output. This is general storage. And this is just kind of overflow for right now. Let's see here. I upgraded this constructor to an advanced constructor. And before I forget, I want to make a T2 multi-tool. Do I have... I don't have it learned. So, let's go to here, and to here, and learn that sucker. So we can do a tier 2, because we are going to do some building in this episode. Let's get that sucker, excuse me, queued up there. Fantastic, okay. Let's go back here, and we'll put the T1 in here. All right, so as you can see, I have the garden finished and growing crops. So basically, we got 2 rows of veggies, 2 rows of spice. I'm going to have 1 row of fruit. We're going to have 2 rows of buds, and then I'll kind of fill the rest of, you know, some of the other more miscellaneous stuff on these last 2 rows. But there, as far as I know, or at least as far as I've seen, there is no fruit types of plants on this planet. So that either means we have to get in good with the Talon so we can buy some from them. And as you can see in the upper right hand corner, I did take the Hunt Predators quest from them because I am... where's my reputation? So I'm only neutral with them. I'm actually friendly with Polaris, but they don't have any vendors on this planet that sell buds from what I was able to see, because I did go check that out off camera. So we either need to get in good with the Talon, or we need to go to... Oh, look at this. We got the new map. 11.5 released... I think it was today or yesterday. I can't remember now. I think it was today, actually, yeah. And now we got this new... this is pretty cool looking, actually. The new map. And I don't know, I earlier today at work, I took a look at the Project Eden site, and I didn't see anything from Raven about updating anything for 11.5, so I don't know if he has done anything, or if he's had to do anything. But anyway, we have we have an arid planet somewhere. Wait, what? What just happened? I did something weird. I don't know what the hell I just did. So, okay, is there like a snap to current location option here? Yeah, somehow or another we got over to here, but I don't know how I did that. Oh. That, if you, okay, so if you click there, then it leads you back over here. That's interesting. Okay, so one of these planets here, that's a snow planet. This one, Ananta, is, no, Ananta, I think that's how you pronounce that, is an arid planet. So we could go there and get some space oranges. We'd have to jump, you know, to Thenid, and then from Thenid back there, which kind of doesn't make sense because it's right next door, but that's the way the game works. So... yeah, we could do that. So it kind of depends upon, you know, what happens first, I guess. If we get in good with the Talon enough to buy, you know, all we really need is 1 fruit plant, and then, you know, we can take it from there, essentially. So we'll just have to see. But our main objective for this episode is to build some defense towers. That's what we're going to do. Now, a couple other things that I did off camera is I went and mined some copper and some silicon and put that stuff in there. And what else did we do? I think that's pretty much it. We just got the base organized. We got the garden going. and we went and mined a couple of deposits. I had a little bit of a mishap too, and I accidentally hit the E key when I was about 300 feet up in the air and bailed out of my ship. So I had to very quickly assemble just the most basic of basic small vessels, you know, to go retrieve it. And so that's what all this extra stuff in here is for. Anyway, so yeah, that was not one of my finer moments. Okay, so yeah, the idea for this episode, the plan for this episode rather, is that we are going to make the defense towers that we need. You know what, though? I don't think that I have... Let's disconnect from that for the moment. I don't think that I actually bookmarked the end of our tunnel. So let's do that now, because the last time we kind of got in a little bit of trouble, I wasn't entirely sure where it was. And so I want to get it bookmarked so that way, you know, the next time we get in trouble, which will, I'm sure, happen, we're not guessing on where we need to go. Oh, come on. I didn't see anything at all in the batch notes of Empyrion making this motorcycle work better, so it's still probably crap. But they did definitely make a bunch of changes to a bunch of stuff. I don't remember anything standing out to me as being really, really undesirable or really, really desirable. It's just, you know, I did read everything. Well, actually, no, I don't think I read through all of the bug fixes. I ran out of time because I was reading that stuff over my lunch hour at work. So yeah, I didn't read through everything, but for the most part, it looks like it's just, you know, improvements and tweaks and that sort of thing. They did change, you know, some thrusters and one thing that does stand out is we can now actually make the optronic bridges and all the stuff that we need for CPU upgrades, whereas before we could only loot those. So that's a good change. For sure. Let's call this backdoor. Okay, I think backdoor is probably 2 words. I don't know, maybe it's not. We're gonna put it in as 2 words though. So that way we know where to go, you know, if we get into trouble. They changed some of the textures on the planets, how they look from space. Honestly, I don't really see a difference with this one, but that could also be because this is Project Eden too. I don't know. If you play the default scenario, like when you start a new vanilla game, you now will have multiple solar systems, which is really cool, and it's kind of got me a little curious, actually, as to how that might work. Whoa, we are wigging out here. Totally wigging out. Okay. All right, so yeah, what we're gonna do first then is let's grab our. Wait. Oh, you know what? I forgot to assign this to the output. It's going to say, what happened to the multi-tool I just made? It's right there. Look at that. Awesome, guys. So now we have a Tech 2 multi-tool. That's going to be huge, especially because we need to do some building. So I have a bunch of normal concrete blocks, and I think what I'm going to do, rather than make armored concrete, and I already kind of queued some of these up, we're just going to lay the normal ones down and upgrade them. Okay? So let's grab all of that stuff. And then let's grab the blocks. Well, actually, no, let's just attach to here. And then we're going to take those blocks up and we're going to set up some towers. Now, remember, the ultimate goal for this base is that, you know, we're going to actually build a tower that's going to go up into the canopy of the forest. And so this whole area down here eventually will probably just become like an engineering room where, you know, where we'll keep the generators and the fuel tanks and all that sort of thing. So this is not our actual permanent base. It's just kind of a temporary setup. I'll probably move the farm up above too and have, you know, like a multi-level tower and one of the decks of that tower will be the farm, and we'll expand it a little bit more than we have here. So this is just to kind of get us going for right now. Okay, so what we do need though is we need some turrets. So I think we're going to start off with probably just cannons and miniguns for now, and then, you know, we might, as the attacks get more intense, we might upgrade to, you know, better guns. But I think we'll probably be fine with cannons and miniguns to start with. So let's make sure we know all of that stuff. So we'll go to base here, and we need to learn ammo box. How many points do I have? 67 points, okay. And then we want to learn projectile turrets. We could do rocket turrets too, actually, huh? That's 22 points. Let's hold off of that. Let's hold off on that. We'll just start with the cannons. Okay, so probably to start with, and we'll just see how this does. Let's just queue up 4 projectile turrets. And I'm thinking probably 2 cannons and 2 miniguns. Okay? So let's... we use 15 mils for minis, right? I think we do. We don't have a minigun, do we? I'm having a little bit of a brain fart here. Do we have a minigun in here? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we use 15 mils for miniguns. So these bullets here. So let's queue up some of those, and of course we need the 30 millimeters for the cannon. That's an output count of 70. That's an output count of 100. Yeah, okay, we'll start with that. I don't have a ton of resources. I mean, we're doing okay. We've got a lot of components that we brought over from the dead planet, but I don't want to overdo it either and run out of something essential. So we'll just kind of, you know, be somewhat moderate to start with here. I also went out into a jungle oasis biome and picked a bunch of buds and a few other things too. So we got those growing now. And yeah, all right. So let's grab a bite of Cliff Bar here. Get our food completely topped off. And we got the stuff in here to do the upgrades. So I think we're ready to rock and roll. Let's go on up top side here. All right, so let's see. How are we going to do this? I was kind of thinking about this a little bit today. Let's get this out of the way. I'm going to park the ship kind of off this direction a little bit, just so we get it out of the way here. Now, there was a bug, too, that I was running into. And, oh my goodness, this thing turns really good, man. But there was a bug I was running into where my ship was... the turning on it was all screwed up, and I had to actually go into the menu, into the P menu, and click on a couple of tabs to get it to work properly again. But you know, now it looks like it's working good. I mean, this thing's turning really, really nicely. So hopefully that bug was fixed. I did read something about something along those lines, but the wording that was used in the notes kind of didn't make a whole lot of sense. But I'm not seeing that problem now, so I think we might be good. Some other things, try that again. Some other things I've been thinking about is, you know, we're not supposed to be able to have an all-purpose ship. You know, one of the reasons for the whole CPU thing, limitations and all that, are to have, you know, specialized ships. But one thing I was thinking of trying, and I might have to change things up a little bit here on the Stingray, is have just one ship, okay? You know, and this is single player too. Let's make sure we're in that context, because in multiplayer it is a little bit different story, I guess. But, you know, have one ship, so take the Stingray for example, but make it modular. So, for example, if we want to turn this into a warship, we can remove the non-essential things that it doesn't need and then make room, you know, CPU-wise and physically, for a shield generator and for guns, and not put anything else other than those things on there, right? But then if we want to change out its configuration and use it to go haul a bunch of stuff, you know, then we remove the guns and we remove the shield generator and we put a bunch of cargo extensions and, you know, whatever else we need. So I've been thinking about that, and I've sort of actually kind of been doing that anyway, just because we really couldn't afford to have multiple ships. But I'm thinking about doing that more specifically, you know, with the Stingray and making it an all-purpose ship. And then you just have, you know, 2 or 3 different loadouts, and you just add whatever you need, you know, for that particular job, and then you can change things out. But we would have to make it so that the changing out part is fairly easy to do. In other words, things that we need to remove need to be on the outside of the ship so we can get to them quickly and easily to change it out. It doesn't make a lot of sense to bury, for example, the small constructor in, you know, under a bunch of blocks, so every time you want to change it out, it's hard to get to. So I have to kind of think, I have to think about that a little bit and see, and think about how I want to do that. You know, so that way you can still just have one overall ship with different configurations rather than having 3 or 4 different ships for different jobs. Now later on, when you have a big base and you're, you know, well advanced in the game and you got tons of resources, yeah, of course it makes sense to have a small vessel for hauling in, one for combat and one for exploration and whatnot. But we're not really quite kind of at that point yet. So, you know, the whole idea behind this sort of idea would be the whole idea behind this sort of idea. That was really intelligent there, okay? What is to, you know, to be as efficient as you can with, you know, just with what you got, okay? So anyway, that's just kind of what's been in my head. I don't have any specific plans yet. I've just been kind of thinking along those lines for later on. Okay, let's quit jabbering here and let's get something done. So I'm going to what I want to do, I think, is let's start by making a cross of blocks, and it's going to turn into what will ultimately be a larger base. And when I say base, I mean like foundation kind of base, not base as in this is my base and all of your bases belong to me kind of thing. And kind of start with there, you know, with the guns, and then have the oh, I guess I disconnected, didn't I? The turrets out a little bit ways from the base, aka foundation, for starters. And then as we build it up, you know, then we'll move the guns up and add more guns and you know, that sort of thing. So this is just kind of our first implementation of this. So let's see, we want general storage, right? There we go. Okay, so let's put that down there. Put the normal concrete blocks down there. Do we have, are all the guns done now? Yes, they are. Okay, so let's put the guns there. And we'll worry about the setting the ammo later. By the way, where are we at with the attack situation? Oh, less than 1 day. Damn. Okay, we gotta get scooching here. Of course, if the enemies came now, we're ready for them. The ship is armed for combat, so this time we'll kick the shit out of them. We just weren't ready for them last time because we had just, if you didn't catch that episode, I don't know, 2 episodes ago, we had just come back from Muvardum with a full load of crap, and I was not at all ready for those guys. So it was really bad timing. All right, hold on. Let's put a symmetry plane down here. So we want the XY symmetry. It looks like that's right in the middle. And remember, I'm going to upgrade all this stuff to armored concrete. So this part of the terrain, I wonder if we should try and flatten some of this. Because I don't know if it's going to let me... Yeah, see, it won't let me go any further than that. The other option, the thing I don't like about flattening the terrain is it's gonna ruin the nice green grass. It's gonna make it look all dirt and gross looking, right? So I'm wondering if we should just raise this whole entire thing up another block. I think we're gonna do that. Okay, so if that's the case, let's pull this up. Okay. We're going to need another elevator. Do I have an extra elevator in the general storage? I do. Look at that. Look at that. It's as if I planned it that way. Uh-oh. I think I just accidentally turned the power off. Yep, I did. I hate when that happens. Okay, so let's put the elevator there. And then we'll stand over off this way. And let's just raise this whole thing up another level. And you know, this whole thing here too, by the way, is ultimately going to be the base of our tower. And I'm probably going to make it wider too. The tower's going to go up into the canopy. This isn't going to be a super high tower, like, you know, way high up in the air. I actually did build a tower like that was modeled after the Space Needle in Seattle, Washington, which is where I'm from. that area. Way a long time ago, back in Alpha 3, 4. And it's kind of been sort of updated, I guess. It's updated to Alpha 7 or 8, but I haven't really done anything with it since then. But it's on my workshop if you guys are curious. And that thing, I made that as high as the real Space Needle, so it's like over 600 feet in the air. But that's not the goal with this one. This one's just going to be enough of a tower to get us up into the canopy of the forest, but not like super high in the air. Okay, anyway, so let's go ahead now and just upgrade. Oh yeah, we have a downgrade option too. Used for downgrading devices and building blocks. Blocks must have full hit points in order to be processed. Why would I do this? Do I recover materials from doing it? Or would I do it because I accidentally upgraded something I didn't mean to? Let's test that theory. Okay, so that took 2 cement and 2 steel plate. Now, if I downgrade it, okay, that's the answer. So we get the resources back that was used to upgrade it. I would think, though, from a more practical standpoint, I would use that because I accidentally upgraded something I didn't mean to, maybe? I don't know. Or, you know, maybe you take over a POI and you downgrade some of the higher level blocks to get the resources, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm not really 100% sure what the purpose of that is, but anyway, these little angle blocks here are probably not going to be there permanently, so I'm not going to upgrade those. These will be here permanently, though, so let's keep those in play. All right, now we're going to go back to here, and I have to decide how far out I want to go with these blocks. I want to be out a little ways, but I want to be out like super far either. So what if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go out 10 blocks in that direction. Okay, and then we're going to want that and that. Okay, so that gets us out 10 blocks in that direction. Now, how's that going to affect going this way, though? So we don't want to be like right in a tree either. So let's do a YZ. Trying to get right in the center there. Okay. Ah, shit. Where you at, you little bastard? Oh man, I need to make some more shoddy shells. Okay, potato aim. Come closer. There we go. Now, did I get credit? I did. Okay, the Hunt Predators quest. We did get credit for that. Awesome. So I keep getting attacked by spiders here too, so we'll just let them come in and help us finish that quest for the talent. All right, so let's just stay up here this time, a little bit safer. And if we go out 10 blocks, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That puts us right next to that tree, which I do not want to take out. I want that tree to stay there. And this puts us really close to that tree. Okay, so I'm thinking we want to hold this in a little bit. Might make more sense to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 blocks out. Let's do that. Let's do 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's take that off. And then what we'll do is we will pick these guys back up. So nice to finally have a T2 multi-tool. We've been using that T1 for so long. Okay. And then same thing here. So we want to go 1... Well, here, let's work backwards. It's going to be easier to count. So a 10, 9, 8, 7. And that should be 6 blocks out in that direction, right? Yeah. Okay, same thing here. 10, 9, 8, 7. Good. Okay, so is that even? Here, let's turn the auto level thingamadoodle off on this. Yeah, I think that looks about right. Okay, good. Now let's upgrade. And do this side. Oh, okay, we're out of materials for upgrading. So we're going to have to make more of those. Okay, let's get our door put back in place. Oh, it's concrete that we need, okay. In that case, let's go here and go to here. And I just want to queue up some more concrete. So what's the output on this? Stone dust 2. Wait, what? Oh, no, that's what it takes to make. Is that... Oh, that's... Oh, a 2 stone dust... Oh, okay, I got you. So let's queue up, like, maybe a couple hundred more of those. Well, now let's make about 400 more. Cheap stuff. Okay. So we need to put our door back in place. Where did it go? There it is. We want 3, and we want to wrap it that way. I don't really care what direction. Space, I don't think it really matters a whole lot. Okay, good. So, now, what we want to do is we want to take a look at making the actual gun platform itself. What I'll probably end up doing at some point is making a pretty large pad, you know, for parking, in particular hover vessels. I'll probably have the roof of this tower, when I'm all done with it, be a deck, you know, for small vessels. It's not going to be nowhere close to being big enough for a capital vessel, but we'll have to figure out what we'll do about capital vessels later. We might have to make a whole separate landing pad for that, but either that or we won't bring capital vessels down here at all. We'll just build a space station and have them, you know, stay up in orbit. I don't know. We'll see. Haven't really thought that through all the way yet. But I'm probably going to fill in this whole area and then some, and have like an actual pad, and then, you know, on this end we'll have to put a ramp up to it, of course, because of the ground isn't level there. But let's go ahead and do this now. So for the gun, I think what I want to do is let's go into here. We could use something like, what would this look like? This might look kind of cool, actually. I could fill these in with corner rounds. Yeah, I kind of like that. Whoops. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. So we need to go here and go to output. Grab some more of that to get the upgrades going. But let's we're gonna have to build this one out too. Because we didn't have the cemetery plane on. Alright. So let's go back to here. And we'll put the cemetery plane on for the other one. Okay, now let's put the cemetery plane on. We're on the YZ. Dun 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 dun. Nice little jungle music playing there. Makes you want to sit on the tropical beach and sip a Mai Tai. Actually, I like pina coladas better than Mai Tais. There we go. Okay, now let's see. How are we doing on this stuff? Let's grab more of that and see if we have enough to finish our upgrades. That one. More Spideys coming in. Yeah, I see you there, man. I see you there. Alright, give me my shotgun. Coming back. There you go. All right. It caused a little bit of damage, didn't we? Repair. Not too worried about those other blocks because, like I said, those are going to be coming out anyway at some point here. Okay, let's finish our upgrades. We got that side done. We got this side done. That side is done, and this side is done. Excellent. Okay, now we can place the guns. So we'll just do, this is a cannon, right? Yeah. Okay, so we'll put cannons on that side, and we'll do miniguns on this side. There we go. And that should get us started anyway. We need to probably take this tree out right here. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let's just continue to fill this out with these blocks now. It probably at least to there. So, oh, he turned towards something. Oh, it's probably a predator. So let's bring the platform out to here on all four corners, so we actually have a little bit of a pad that we can park the Stingray on. And we'll put just one support block there and one there for the moment. Cool. Okay. If we wanted to get a little fancy schmancy, we could change the corners here a little bit. So, let's see. Let's retrieve that block. We'll have to redo that. Okay. And then let's what would it look like if we did something like this? Looks kind of weird, doesn't it? I don't think I like that idea. All right. Let's yeah, let's just put these in then. Just the normal angles. That works for now. And then we will put, how about we put a cylinder there for support. Just to make it something other than an ugly old square. Let's see, we want to flip you this way, this way. And we don't have to worry about the cylinder block on that side because it's already touching the ground, so we're good. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go back down. Let's turn this off. And we're going to set up our ammo box and then put our ammo inside of it, and then we'll be armed and ready to go. So let's get this out of here. Did I not make an ammo box? I could have sworn I queued up. Oh, you know what? I learned it. I didn't actually make it. I just learned it. Okay. I was a little confused there. Later on, we'll set up an actual ammo controller and extensions, but for now, we just need an ammo box. Don't have to get too terribly fancy. How's our fuel doing? Oh, it's really low. Yeah, you know what? We should probably make a bigger fuel tank, or at least another couple smaller ones. Do we know fuel tanks? We know little ones. What? That's 12 points. Yeah, let's learn the T2 and let's make a couple of those. So let's see, we want base and we want T2 tanks. Okay. Now we'll grab this out of here. And I'm just going to pop it up above the generator. Just like that for now. And then we'll pull this tank up and we'll put the T2s right next to it there. Dun 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 dun. So let's put that one there. And then we're going to pick this one up. We need to go back and get our deconstructor. Oh, another change that they made, now that I think about it, is that they also reduced the maximum warp speed to 30 meters per second. So now you only have to go 30 meters per second to warp. Which is actually a nice change because I was having a problem with that when I was, slightly overloaded before. Okay, so we've increased our fuel capacity. Let's do a regroup now that we've added stuff to the base. Let's go to our turrets and let's just set the whole group to NPC factions only. And I don't think we really need to worry too much about those other settings there. And then we need to load up the ammo box. So output. There we go. Awesome. Let's jump into each one of the turrets and get them actually loaded up. So that's a, whoops, that's a cannon turret. Minigun turret. And minigun turret. Excellent. Okay, we're locked, cocked, and ready to rock. If damn Xerax come by now, we're going to perforate their ass. That's right. We'll show them what for. Okay, let's put this in the fridge. So, okay, we have 185 cement left to continue upgrades. Let's go grab our... Actually, no, let's harvest our garden first. So we'll connect to the fridge. And then we only need to make one more... No, two... Yeah, we need to make 2 more pumpkin plants. Because this is a really confined, you know, space, I'm not going to go for variety. We're just going to plant pumpkins for veggies. Okay, so that's done. Oh my goodness. It's time to go. It's time to end this episode. We're having too much fun. Good grief, I didn't realize it was that late. Alright, well here, let's go grab the Stingray and get it parked on the deck, and then we'll say goodbye. Then we'll say goodbye. So I'll work on getting the rest of this upgraded. Where is the Stingray? It's over here. And then guys, I think in the next episode, I really want to get fruit for the garden. I know that we don't absolutely have to do that because we have plenty of Cliff Bars, but I just want to kind of get that going or done so we can get, you know, ration production going. Wow. They have really changed some things. This ship is almost too maneuverable now. It is really squirrely. More than I'm used to. What's our CPU at right now? 14. Yeah, it's close to maxed out. I'm not complaining, man. This thing is super maneuverable now. It's freaking awesome. I love it. I'm gonna have to get used to it because we're gonna have to start doing feather touch. Whereas before I was having to move my mouse halfway across my desk just to turn the damn ship. Yeah, I'll just have to take some getting used to. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and park Stingray here. So yeah, we can deal with that one of 2 ways. The fruit. We can either get in good with the Talon, which means we have to continue their quests. So we have to go hunting for predators, basically. And it's going to probably take a couple, you know, 2 or 3 of these little side quests to get friendly with them. I don't think we can do their main storyline because this requires specific buildings and they may not be on this jungle planet. I mean, we could try it, I guess. I don't know if it'll work or not, though. I tried the quest, you know, where they want you to go find, you know, some of the unholy places, and it activated the mission, but it didn't put anything on my map, so I'm kind of thinking that doesn't work so well. But anyway, I gotta get fuel in this base too, don't I? Anyway, yeah, so we'll figure something out for the next episode. The easiest thing, honestly, for us to probably do is just plop the warp drive back on the Stingray and go to that arid planet and grab some space oranges and come back. I mean, that's really not going to be that hard to do. So that's probably what we'll do. And while we're there, we might even see if we can pick up some Sathium. Well, is there Sathium on that planet? Let's take a quick look-see. Look-a-rooski here. So, it's Ananta, right? Okay, so let's select that and... Oh, so we don't have to do planet info anymore. That's kind of nice. Okay, so it's got Neo, but it doesn't have Sath. Sath is kind of more what we would need. And then the other thing that I want to do is I want to try and get our deconstructor over here, which means we'd have to jump back to Vardum and make sure we have enough, you know, weight capacity or whatever to bring that back, because that thing is like a 40 tons. So those, you know, those are kind of two high priority things that I want to get done next. And we might tackle one or even both of those. That thing is way the hell out there, isn't it? Pelator asteroid field. It's 102 astronomical units. Yowzers. Yeah, so that's probably what we'll do in the next episode, okay? So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave comments, share out the video, and we'll catch y'all in the next episode. Bye-bye.